Damn it. My iPad's got AIDS now.
Clean it off. That's what I do. I've been using your iPad for 3 days when you've been Ebola. Been having some fun ski. Yeah, you need to wipe that down. Anyway, welcome to the latest episode of the Bring On the Shovel podcast. If you got past episode 1, where we fucking buried everybody at airports and shit like that,
it's gonna keep fucking happening.
Thanks for coming back. You obviously have no fucking life. We're still in a hotel room in Reseda, California.
Bola, baby!
We are here in night... Hang on, did it again. 3 of Bola. That's his hospital bracelet from when we checked him out.
My indie wrestling hospital bracelet.
I mean, we got so drunk on fucking night 1, we haven't had a drink since. But this, without doubt, is the greatest weekend of wrestling you're ever going to experience.
But hold on. If you haven't seen the show before, Bodacious Bin Ledoux. Mean Mark Sennett.
Still work light. I talk like this. I work like this. Shout out to Sex Ferguson. We miss you, buddy.
Fergie Fergus. So let's go ahead and talk about. It's not just this weekend. I mean, we'll talk about Bola once it's over. We'll do a podcast on it. Let's talk about places that, as a professional wrestler, you need to go.
Hang on. Are you pulling the
no,
professional wrestler card on me? Yeah, you worked Kamala. You worked Jerry Lynn.
Sorry.
You worked Ian Robinson. You got punched by a chick.
As a professional wrestling fan, you need to go. My bad. We met a lot of workers in the crowd this weekend, as you can tell.
We did.
We have.
We really did.
I
only worked Sunday on Skype.
As a professional wrestling fan, there are places that are Meccas, that are holy grails, that are, journeys that you need to experience, if you want to fully, feel the history and culture of professional wrestling.
It's true, and hitting on, I talk about Meccas, right? Well, Mecca's a bingo brand in the UK, and I've seen Ultimo Dragon versus Juventud Guerrero in a Mecca bingo. That's a Mecca that I went to.
Well, there's also a bingo hall in Philadelphia that is a Mecca.
That's
a shithole, but it's a Mecca. Just kind of like down the street. It's a shithole, but I literally just saw the greatest fucking professional wrestling I've ever seen.
I mean, so, there are places you have to go, and we're going to list them off, and we've been lucky, since my divorce, I can go fucking do shit. His wife just lets him go anywhere, so it's great. She's happy to get rid of him. But, yeah, I mean, there are places you go...
Don't want the marks thinking of... Don't want somebody showing up at the Performance Center trying to fucking smear shit on the walls.
Dear God, why do you bring up the Performance Center? You know I had a bad experience with a car at the Performance Center.
Because that's one of the things that we'll probably talk about.
That is not... I'm not the guy that got arrested outside the Performance Center. I just want to say, I did not try and shoot Sasha Banks.
He didn't have the impending rape charge. He just had the impending fucking property damage charge.
I probably have it.
Which we'll talk about once the statute of limitations are over, obviously.
But there are places you have to go. So let's do like a top 5 or 6 of places you have to go if you're a
that's hard to narrow down. I mean,
I know.
And it's all based on your thoughts of what you like in terms of wrestling. There are some people that say, "Oh, well, number 1 is obviously the Tokyo Dome. You got to go there above anywhere else."
And others will say MSG.
Others will say MSG. Others will say Arena Mexico, which I don't really know if I want to go there because I'm fucking scared of Mexico at this point. And then there's
He's voting Trump.
I don't dislike Mexicans. I just like Mexican drug dealers that want to kill you. And then other people will say, "Hey, you remember that random fucking shitty venue that IWA Mid-South used to run? I love their death matches. I want to go there." It all depends. I mean, give me your top 5 right now, if you had to go.
Top 5 in no particular order. I just say Tokyo Dome, ECW Arena, Madison Square Garden, PWG in Reseda, and do you know what? Unless I'm missing one. I'd probably actually say the Georgia Dome, just because there was stuff happened there. There was a little company that ran there for a while and gave away like a main event. Yeah. I don't know who they were. One of the guys I mean,
it wasn't WrestleMania 27, that's for sure.
And one of the guys is the highest paid porn star of all time now.
So I've heard.
And the other guy's going to job to Brock Lesnar next year at WrestleMania.
So my top 5.
Right. Actually, I probably should put Korean Hall in there, shouldn't I?
That's what I say. Kirk and Hall. Was one of mine. ECW Arena, Tokyo Dome, Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh yeah, Manhattan Center. Yeah.
You know, and the fifth one, I can think of 10 to 20 different venues. I mean, you have Arena Mexico. Did I say MSG? I didn't say MSG. That's one of the fucking top 5 of all time. I'm thinking about the things you saw there.
It was the one I wanted to go to along the ECW Arena. Those were the 2 I wanted to the most, and I was lucky that you and I've done them both together.
Yeah. We did a little run before Mania. We did Friday was MSG. Saturday was the Voorhees
CZW event,
Flyer Skate Zone, which is a decent venue, even though you can't figure out how to fucking get in.
It's not going on the list, let's be honest.
Yeah. Although we did meet Tim Donst when we were trying to find the fucking entrances they're going over their match. That was interesting.
They were not best pleased.
They were not.
Much like when we walked across Ricochet last night.
I just told them to work the fucking leg. Yeah, no, let's not bring that up.
Wellness may be
and then
problem.
Sunday we had the ECW Arena for a random fucking Easter show that they did.
Let me pick up
I've been to
on
some
that.
horrible Lucha Libre shows. I've been involved in some horrible Lucha Libre shows. This one made the fucking any Lucha Libre show I've ever seen look like Triple Mania.
Basically, this is how good the working was and realistic it was for their punches. This was it.
I'm not blading.
That's it.
I'm not blading. Does anybody see this? Oh, this isn't a gig. Oh my god, I'm bleeding now.
Some of the greatest workers, as in carnies, I've ever seen. They put a fucking hat out afterwards, and kids were just fucking throwing money at them. I'm like, that's some of the biggest shit I've ever seen. And what I should say about this is how much wrestling means to this guy. I was fortunate that I went to see, before I met him, ROH and ECW Arena, the weekend of Mania Week. I did, like I said, weekend of Rumble that year. So he just, you know what, should we just drive to Philly? We're going to go to the Fire Skate Zone, which is somewhere nearby Newark. It's not, it's like a fucking hour away. But again, let's drive to the ECW Arena. I'm like, well, you won't be able to get in, but there's not much to see from the outside, and there's probably still a few dead bodies from Sabu killing people there, but okay, we'll go have a look. We get there, and we pull up, and he gets out of the car, and he, literally, there's a huge, giddy child excitement on his face. Oh my god.
There's a show running Sunday tomorrow that has not been advertised at all anywhere except for the front door of the ECW fucking Arena.
And we haven't got a car for the next day. We hadn't got plans for that next day. We were just going to
go to Coney Island.
Yeah, exactly. What were we going to do? Yes.
The one touristy thing I've ever thought about doing on one of these vacations.
And
we didn't do it.
Before we'd even had a conversation, he's already fucking on the phone to dollar car rental to his head for another day. And we had to drive another 2 hours back to Philly the next day to go to the arena.
And it was the shittiest show. I mean, aside from Sumi Sakai, who, much love,
my homie,
the entire show was shit. What was worth it was seeing the fucking Hardcore Hall of Fame banners up there. Yeah, okay. To be in the arena where you got to see the fucking Battle of the Bam Bams, where you got to see fucking Sandman and Cactus Jack and all those. You think back to all these memories of what was there. I mean, yeah, you know, it's like an aura that you're just like thinking about it, and like literally, that's all you care about. And we got a picture of either, the ECW fucking logo and stuff. You know,
which randomly is in the men's bathroom. Toilets.
Yeah, so the women's one didn't look as good. I mean, wait, what?
yeah, you shouldn't have gone on there again. Statute of limitations, but everyone goes, oh, whatever it is, Arena 2,300 now. It's always much improved. It's the fucking same. The outside is obviously a little bit different than the door where they sell the tickets, but inside, the crow's nest is still there. The steps where Heyman gave his, Kool-Aid promos from backstage is still there. The floor is still fucking sticky. The rafters are still the fucking same. The shitty vending area is still the same. It was like we were there, 10 years too late, but it was the same. And for us, it was like, I'm glad I did it. And there's other people chopped me stiffer during that show than the fucking guys were working. The original chop went up here somewhere. That's how close they were to contact.
And you always hear people talk about, I went to the ECW Arena when ECW was around, and it was a shithole. Like, it was fucking horrible. I mean, they still saw a great show. And, that's what they'll think back on. They're not going to think about the venue. Just like, so we're here for Bolo this weekend. The American Legion Hall, I mean, it's a shitty fucking venue. The sound there is really bad. They cram way too many people in the building. It's hotter than shit.
People are sweating in there more than Chris Hero when he sees a Twinkie. Sorry, Chris.
I'm going to send this to him.
Please don't. I love you, Chris. Big fan.
but it has like this aura around it. And I mean, the show this weekend, fucking amazing. So if they want to keep the aura of the building, like as it should hold, but I'm gonna keep fucking going. Like, it's just one of those things. They could run a 2,000 person arena, but if you run the fucking 2,000 person global gym down the fucking street, they're probably is it gonna have that aura. And at the same time, this is actually a venue that no matter how shit it is, people want to get their pictures in the American Legion Hall now. Yeah. So
it is the new ECW Arena in the United States venues. It is. It has that that atmosphere, and it's it's like a fifth of the size of the arena. It's fucking tiny. I mean, some guys are standing up in like this. Hang on, camera again. This much leg room with a picture behind them, and fucking getting crushed up against walls. But the wrestling on shows.
Standing room only is literally about 16 inches behind the last row.
We can
chairs.
See what your version of 16 inches is. Mine's that. That's what I tell all the women. I'm a worker.
That's why people always get rear-ended. I thought I had too much room. Anyways, so I mean, those are ours. MSG was the same way. We went there for a house show. The thing about the MSG house show was it was the greatest house show I'd ever seen, other than he'll bitch about the first match because they worked the wrong leg. But
I will bitch about that. I'm sorry, Miz and Dolph. You spend the entire fucking match working on Ziggler's right leg. You put the figure 4 on the left leg. What the fuck? I mean, no, I can't work, but I do know my left from my right, apart from when I'm in this camera. But, it's...
He's working lucha right now. He doesn't fucking realize it.
I am working lucha. And I did lose my voice booing Roman Reigns so much, to the point where they actually ended up writing a story.
Posting an article that if you flip Roman Reigns off, you will be escorted out.
I'm about 17-0 on that front. I'm still going. Come with you, Reigns. Hey... sorry,
he's going to end up being the crazy fucking person outside the Performance Center if Reigns goes back.
Sorry I sold you a dodgy bag of Skittles. It was totally worth it.
So, and then, like I said, you just get in there and you're like, this is MSG. And it was a great show. Like, they literally...
Great arena. I mean, comfort-wise.
Comfort-wise.
Facilities.
And you sit there and you think, Brett versus Owens right there. HBK versus Triple H versus was there
Backlund versus Kevin Nash?
Yeah, was there, wasn't it?
It was.
But you think back to all these things.
I've done a lot in 7 seconds in my time.
And I mean, we can think about these things here in the hotel room, but it's not gonna have the same feeling if you're sitting there saying, "Yeah, it was literally right there." I mean, maybe that doesn't mean much, some people, but it means a lot to me to sit there and think I was there for that. And to get your pictures
Taker,
with it.
SummerSlam 1998. That Cactus Jack Triple H in the Royal Rumble 99.
But bottom line is we can go on like forever. But being in there and having that aura, it's pretty cool to me. And like I said, there's other venues like so we did Full Sail.
Shit, I forgot we did that.
Yeah. I mean,
now that is a great arena. It is so much smaller than you think it is on TV. It looks huge on TV.
But they make it look great. Good job, WWE.
Yeah, great job. So basically, one side of the arena hasn't got any seats on it. It's where the hard cam is. And one thing I will say is slightly off topic, but it is a real eye-opener about how WWE operate, right? So it really is a development ground. So in those matches and all the tapings, you've got the referees who will then jump down after the match, stand down ringside.
Give cues like a TV show.
And give cues to the performers and saying smile. And
you're angry.
And
look that way. Do this.
Show some talent, Corbin. Try and not lose more hair. But yeah, I mean, it was a really small arena.
I would know every time that Baron Corbin wrestles a match, I'm usually taking a shit. That's never on purpose.
This guy always somehow finds a way to do his shit when Corbin's coming out.
Never seen him live, and it's always been on accident.
The one time he used the fucking toilet at Mania this year, it's a fucking Battle Royal.
I didn't see his big debut. I didn't miss it, but I didn't see it.
Shaq was there. Great, we get to see him again this year. But yeah, I mean, that venue was tiny, but we were sat 4th row, but that was right on the ramp and touching up against the ramp. And it's almost like...
Well, I mean, we were at first, but then, we had a wet fucking blanket there.
He made a fucking mark. Move. But he's still bitter about people trying to make him move. But that whole arena, not a bad venue. The acoustics are great. The
fans are decent. Well, they were decent. Like, fuck them
that
now.
time they were decent. Not so much now. I mean, we were lucky. We had Zayn versus Joe, and people just enjoyed the hell out of it. It was 2 out of 3 falls. It was great. See, that.
But then so you also get to meet. So we should talk about the fans too. Let's talk about those fucking super fans.
Those 2 dudes that dressed up as referees at Mania and chopped people and counted 3 for money.
Yeah, we're fucking marks.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
We'll be doing it again next year. You want us to?
We're talking about Elias Sampson's
oh my God,
super groupie.
His fucking rat. That poor guy. I mean, if you've ever hit the bottom in pro wrestling, it's Elias Sampson. When you realize your rat basically looks like him in a skirt, but on meth.
With more acne.
Oh, a lot of acne.
I got your face.
And pretty much all of her clothes are ripped. She's the fucking drifter. It was,
but according to some people in the audience, she sells really good drugs.
And according to Ledoux, she sells good hand jobs. That's a joke. But
only if she fucking double bagged it. Not even that, actually. She probably injected me with something.
Yeah. So anyone who's been to Full Sail will know who we're talking about.
Anybody who watches it, just look for Meth Head Mary on it. You'll recognize her.
And you may also meet Jay and Silent Bob down in Full Sail as well.
Good guys. Even though you still owe us fucking beers. We're coming to fucking Orlando, and we expect the beer skis.
We will find you. Evolve. We will find you.
Well, yeah, there'll be the guy sitting up in the back with a bunch of fucking empty beer bottles.
I'm coming to take what's mine. Unless you hire Hero to stop me, and then you can have my money.
Or anything you want.
Anything you want. Anything.
But yeah, okay, so let's move on. So let's talk about things that transcend buildings that you still get the same aura. And obviously we're talking about WrestleMania.
I mean, I'm such a fucking mark that I went after WrestleMania 23 was the first WrestleMania I went to. Back then, Mania didn't have fucking Raw or SmackDown in the same city that year in Detroit. I had to drive...
Which is actually probably a good idea for Detroit.
Yeah, I was happy to get out.
So that's Deadpool.
But I had to drive all the way over to the Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio.
The Nutter Center?
That's what it's called, the Nutter Center. And do you know what big fucking event happened in the Nutter Center that made me so happy when I realized that I'd been there?
No, what?
First ever official King of the Ring. Bret Hart won it. And fucking Hulk Hogan got taken down by Harvey Wippleman dressed as a cameraman to Yokozuna.
Oh, the first pay-per-view.
Yeah, King of the Ring, yeah.
Okay.
So,
clarify.
Again, you go to Wells Fargo Center and you realize that in Philly, and you realize that, shit, this is where WrestleMania 15 happened, where Austin versus The Rock.
It's also where Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble.
And I traveled 6,000 miles to watch Bryan win that, and it did not happen.
They literally flipped over a car outside of the fucking arena.
Yeah, they did.
Take that, Chikara, with some guy breaking the fucking window at the show that you guys fucking left. Flip over a fucking car next time.
Hey, and Goldberg, no one fucking did their arm in when they tipped over that car. They knew how to work. But that was amazing to see. That crowd was fucking angry. I was there. I was lucky to be there, and not lucky for the result. But Jesus, that crowd.
No, we're going back to Mania. I mean, yeah, you had a shitty time at the Royal Rumble. Actually, we had a shitty time at the Royal Rumble after. They haven't had a good Royal Rumble in a while.
No, we're going to get this one this year, which we won't.
But so Mania transcends venues. You get that aura pretty much anywhere. So, that's kind of one of those. It's not venue specific, but that's the event that you need to go to.
Oh yeah, I mean, going now, I'll always, even though I thought the show was awful.
32 was fucking horrible, but
love the venue,
the aura, the atmosphere, all that stuff, and actually, so I mean, technically, there was 2 good matches.
Yeah, the Divas match.
Yeah, the Divas match was amazing.
The ladder match was pretty decent,
and the ladder match was pretty good too. That was the one time where Sin Cara actually got his fucking highlight reel and didn't fuck something up. So, good job.
Good job. See you on the Lucha show in the ECW Arena in 3 years.
I actually saw Chris go to a shitty Lucha show not that long ago. Had like 60 fans. Shout out to Aaron for pointing that out to Conan. But,
hey, Aaron,
so yeah.
Why the fuck aren't you a bowler, motherfucker? You just had a kid. The kid was born the day before bowler, and you don't turn up. Priorities, buddy. Priorities.
But
we got her up the duff earlier. timing is important.
We've jumped around a lot, and this probably is like incoherent, but go ahead and let us know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and I Fight Giants on Twitter.
Oh no, I ain't giving out my Twitter. It's Bring On the Shovel is the Twitter handle that I'm using. Oh, you fuckers aren't getting my real Twitter handle.
I'll send it over to anybody that asks.
No, I'm a heel in certain other forums. Don't want them to know. But yeah, I mean, so
Pornhub's been that good for you, huh?
Pornhub's been great for me since I got divorced.
By heel, he means foot fetish.
Fuck, let's not talk about that. I love you, Matt Riddell. No.
Send us over, what your top 5 venues are. I mean, like I said, they're all going to change. I mean, there's probably some Mid-South fans out there that think, some of the old Mid-South venues are fucking amazing. There's some old ECW guys that they're like, oh, well, yeah, you talked about the ECW Arena and the Hammerstein Ballroom, but you're forgetting about that dome that little dome that they ran. I think it was Florida, or they had some great venues. In Brooklyn and some other places.
Try and keep ones that are still around. So let's not go with like we have been to see the sacred ground of it, the Sportatorium.
Yeah.
we have.
I mean, you go see some fucking grass, but yeah, let's talk about something that, as a wrestling fan, you can go to tomorrow and actually go see. So I think the Mid-South Coliseum was recently torn down, so I mean, you can't put it on the list.
So we still got a few that we want to see. We're going to Japan for WrestleKingdom this year. So Tokyo Dome.
The Tokyo Dome, Korakuen Hall.
So those are two.
Hopefully do Sumo Hall. I mean, we'll have to see what's running that week. Like I said, we'll probably never do Mexico. Maybe it'll get better. I have my qualms about it going into the parts of Mexico that would have like Arena Mexico and that stuff. But there's venues like that, and then even Progress's venue is getting up there. Like, it's something that people actually want to go out and see.
Yeah, and obviously you've got York Hall for RPW in the UK. But there are other in time there are going to be venues that are going to be looked back fondly for the crowds that they have. It's got every chance that Brooklyn's new venue could well be thought of.
Barclays Center's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, and you think about the things that have went on there the past couple of years. I mean, that could
fucking
easily
Sting
be.
Came out there. The Dudleys returned. You had that was just on a roll.
Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
Yeah.
Nakamura won his first NXT title there. I mean, yeah. So many things have happened at the
Bayley
Barclays Center.
debuted there on the main roster.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that in time
Lesnar
could be the
Lesnar nearly kissed Chris Jericho in the back.
I heard about that. But that could, I mean, honestly, that could be the new era MSG, especially since they're not running so many MSG shows there anymore. You can think about, maybe in 20 years somebody will be doing a fucking podcast like this talking about how great the Barclays Center is.
I'm sure some guys will say Joe Lowe's Arena in Detroit's amazing, and what's the one in Chicago called? No, what's that arena is it?
So I think it's the Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah.
But it's like the Allstate Arena or something now. I mean, yeah. Punk won his title there. They had WrestleMania 2 there. But if that's the same venue, I'm not sure. So somebody on the internet will call me out if it's not.
Hey, Meltzer.
If it was, I'm fucking good. Meltzer's downstairs right now.
I know.
He ain't gonna watch this. But yeah, so go ahead and give us your thoughts. And yeah, so this was kind of disjointed, but two wrestling fans talking about wrestling is what it is.
And we'll do a lot more shit like this. We'll talk in future about just fun things. But what we love doing is pulling bad jokes and talking shit about Roman Reigns, going to parties with him, sharing some, and
Did you snort Adderall?
It's a fucked up night.
There's a lot of fucking four-eyed nerds out there making tons of fucking money off their fucking ADD prescriptions right now, I feel like.
And there's poor British women led astray by Mexicans. And too soon? but yeah, so we're going to talk in future episodes. We'll talk about stuff that's going on and stuff like that, because we will, trust me, we love bad booking, and we will fucking bury you for bad booking. So Reigns will have a fucking regular slot on this show. WWE Creative will be regularly fucking brought up on this show. But we thought we'd have a bit of fun this week and just talk about fun shit that we've done. And on the next podcast that we're going to do, we're going to be talking about Bowler, baby, because it's night fucking 3 at Bowler. I suddenly got talked into coming to fucking Bowler. All he had to say was, Liger. Yeah, he told me Liger was working. I'm like, yeah, I'm booking my fucking flights. And so, yeah.
Your friends and family are going to watch this are they? Since you're in Germany right now, or sitting at home with a cold. This is between us, wrestling fans, whatever. So let's go ahead and just end this real quick. So we talked about the best place we went to see wrestling. What's your worst venue ever?
Oh, fuck. Jesus, I have seen some things. God, there were some indie shows in the last couple of WrestleManias that we fucking beat us some shitty places.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about Kaiju Big Battle fucking happened after a long ass day, and we hated it, even though it was probably semi decent. We didn't stay for the whole thing. So not shows. I mean, a literal venue where you're just like, what the fuck?
I gotta say, that Fire State Zone actual gym was pretty fucking bleak that we went to watch CZW.
We couldn't find the entrance, but it was decent.
I'm trying to think of really small. Yeah, I mean
the WrestleCon one at San Jose was pretty bad. If you're fucking 6 rows back,
that was awful.
But that's more because the people who go to the WrestleCon Super Show are the biggest fucking assholes in the world. They make us look like fucking good Samaritans. Yeah. Fuck you guys, you know exactly who I'm talking to.
And sit the fuck down!
That was Devolve, and that guy left. Yeah, fuck that guy. Had a whole row of people fucking laughing at me.
WrestleMania 30 hat on. He got bitch slapped.
But so you're saying Fire Skate Zone is the worst venue?
Well, I mean that was pretty fucking horrendous. But in all honesty, in terms of actual facilities, by far PWG's venue in Reseda is just fucking horrible. But you go there because it's fucking horrible. But you go there because the atmosphere and the feel good factor that's there. I mean, they have to in some matches. They try not to queue past the fucking ring and the bar.
And so let's talk about. I guess let's do this. By worst venue, let's talk about worst venue with the worst aura and everything else. Just the worst everything altogether. You can round it all up.
That would be fucking Corpus Christi in Texas. Those fucking people are dreadful down there. Raw should be banned from going there. It's fucking terrible.
Well, you see, I was gonna bring up Miami's Raw.
Yeah, I gotta say that is in a rough fucking part of town, and
so maybe that was just us, making the worker trip, going from fucking Orlando over to Miami in a day, and then going back because they're doing SmackDown in Tampa.
Nice venue, Tampa.
Tampa was pretty good. I mean, we went for a shitty SmackDown, so it didn't matter. But Miami had horrible fucking parking, horrible traffic. We sat in bumper to bumper traffic at 1 a.m. on a Monday night. The fans were fucking horrible. There was those marks that dressed as fucking Hulk Hogan and all them that literally all they fucking cared about was getting on TV. And then they got moved because they interrupted a match. Got moved to the other side, and The Rock made them famous, which I think pissed some people off, but. It was mostly because they were just fucking assholes that literally cared more about getting themselves over than going and enjoying themselves. But whatever, that's gonna be mine. Yeah, thanks for listening in, fucking assholes. Bring on the Shovel episode 2. We gonna create merch?
We will create merch.
Buy the shirts,
or we will find you.
We're not coming out with the shirt. Sorry, guys.